Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is a psychiatric self-therapeutic multimedia project to solve the problems, challenges, and obstacles in our lives, as well as a supplemental process to reach the goals and ambitions that we have set for ourselves, as well as those around us. If you'd like a brief introduction, a brief summary, as how we break down the Ahn Rho Project into domains of life, sub-series, analogies, and so on and so forth, including the live stream schedule, you can check that out on previous live streams for past 3.5 years, January 2021 and beyond, for updated versions, which include the content, live stream schedule, copyright-free music, so on and so forth, include how we divvy the streams, 15-minute live streams won't take too much of your time, into 3 phases, and 11 segments. That being said, diving into the second segment, 2 main points. First of all, three. First of all, this might be the first of maybe 2 or 3 live streams later on today. Secondly, I want to mention this Solve 8.5, System Override 8.5, a rule to break all the rules of the system to free myself from the system and be purely practical and get whatever most urgently needs done. Secondly, third line, last but not least, if you want to skip this abridged introduction by, it's only about a minute long, just fast forward into Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, whatever, and then, that's it. So let's just dive into content right now. Phase 2, we're in right now, phase 2. Take a look at the stuff on the very top. We're trying very hard to try to get rid of all the residual stuff we have to clean up before we can actually get things back in order. Not back into it, but actually into order for the first time in my life, in a long time. And so if you take a look on stream, you see a lot of photography. Well, I'm going to start off here. Like I said, storytelling, commentary over the photography, over the screenshots, business materials, food, dietetics, nutrition, so on and so forth, finance, employment, relationships, lots of stuff. Let's get started. Top right-hand corner, expanding a little bit, you see some tuna at the very top, class 2 items. We'll talk about that. It's food for my domestic guardians, so I have to show appreciation and gratitude for that. In the middle, we also have some stuff having to do with business. That's where you see all that text wall, right? Is all this jarbled text. We have some voice recordings at the very top, obviously, as usual, as part of the media assets. We'll get to that. Then we have some business invoices, which I probably shouldn't show in any real detail, so that's why it's minimized. And then we have some stuff here on about, once again, the business kind of stuff related to some sort of promotion, and some text messages that I had to do in terms of getting back to a lot of people in my life, as well as like cousins, but also like people outside of that, like business partners and friends. Moving on, very top left-hand corner, expanding this a little bit. I should probably hide that a little bit. The very top right, obviously, there's some invoices. Once again, I'm not going to showcase those in any detail. In the middle and below, the majority of this collage has to do with a booklet, a new pamphlet I received, class 4 in nature. Business pamphlet received from my business partner, and so it's an updated version. It's very nice, and it includes a bunch of new products, so that's nice too. Okay, and then of course top left is just a continuation of the things that we want to get rid of in terms of the new promotion we need to talk about. And then of course at the very end here we have also all this kind of food. These are class 4 items in nature, meaning I received them, the bananas and the granola bars, class 4 received from my workplace colleague. So ML, amazing person, treats me like her own biological son in a sense. Top left hand corner, again, just I want to show some gratitude, appreciate for people of color in my life. Top left hand corner, we also have, I don't want to have narcissists in my life. That was basically my entire goddamn childhood to go crazy. So I really appreciate like genuine, authentic people. Top left hand corner, we have this business products, again, received from my business partner. Again, another amazing person, KW, she's amazing. And then finally, we're going to go around the very bottom. We see some stuff here having to do with liaison, keeping in touch with other people, the messages back and forth in some sense. Obviously, some privacy and confidentiality. And then at the very bottom, we have some things having to do with updating playlists or something like that. Right, creating new playlists for music, podcasts, and recordings, so that when I go to work, I can sort of get my mind. It's like self-therapy. Okay, moving on. So we can cover everything in sort of one-on-one detail now. We're about 4 minutes in. I want to get into the room. So after phase 2, we want to get into the room. So phase 3 is the room itself in physical form. So it's the most engaged part of the stream. I don't know if we have time for that, so let's just dive headfirst into phase 2 and see what we can get done. Hopefully we can get moved to phase 3. So phase 2, item segment 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Segment 4, we'll start relationships, and obviously the live stream itself is also a media asset. Segment 4 and 5, relationships and media assets. So left-hand corner, we have some conversations, particularly the most important one. Yesterday I went out and I spoke with KW, again, just a fantastic individual, someone who's gone through a lot in her life, depression, suicidal thoughts, completely dilapidated health. And here she is now trying to share experience to try to help people through cellular nutrition and biomedical research in a business. And so KW and I had this long conversation, and it was great yesterday. It was good to see her again, and probably going to see her again later today. We have the live stream as well, the one you're watching right now, if you are watching. So this is obviously another part of the media asset, another part of the Ahn Rho Project. And, so that's that. Moving on, I'm trying to breeze through everything. There's a lot of stuff to cover, man. We start off with, down here. So Stoic Reflections and School of Life London. So School of London, you can check it on Instagram. Not my stuff, not my shit. Copyright notice, right? This is not my stuff. As all parents know, children are often decidedly odd. They might spend a day pretending to be an animal, blah blah blah. It's just that they have imaginary friends living there. So it seems to be about patience when parenting. The combination of frank, compassionate, and useful. So that's something, once again, I never really received. So this really strikes home to me. Born in a sort of a very narcissistic, violent, abusive environment. It's very nice to hear this kind of stuff being out there. I will say that, of course, as usual, in today's era, we have too much of this in the politics. There's just too much encouragement of, I would appreciate some conservatism. I would appreciate some sort of individual responsibility, discipline more. I believe it's needed more than it is the sort of acceptance and empathy. That's kind of gone too far left. Too far, but at one point it was too far right. So long story short, this is basically important stuff for parenting, important stuff for managing relationships. And this is something that really hits home to me because psychiatry and philosophy have been a figurative mother and father to me. So moving on. So that's why there was, just check on School of Life London or Stoic Reflections. The 2 pages actually follow. Okay, moving on. We have music here. Megan. Eyes on Me, what's that? Crazy by Gnarls Barkley. So all this kind of stuff is music that I set up these playlists so that I could, like I said, go to the workplace and then have these running to kind of keep my head straight. I'm trying to resolve the CPTSD, or I don't need to go into that, but basically sort of largely I'm still working on it, but this is the kind of stuff that I've set up and recognize that there's a solution, because every single day I noticed that I couldn't set a playlist permanently. They would change every single day what I want to listen to. So maybe a different music track, a different podcast, a different recording, a different audiobook, I would play different things. And so I would have to date them. And so one of them at the very bottom left here, bottom right, 2 of them have dates on them instead of constancies. Alright, moving on. Taking too much time here. Here's I have to breeze through these more quickly, so I'm going to try to do less detail. So the Ahn Rho Project, Human CPR, we see at the very top of the Facebook page. I got a bunch of notifications, so friend requests. I hit up somebody, and it turns out that it was someone. I said, I don't know her. I don't know what's going on. Why did she add me? So before I added her, I just, before I accepted her request, basically, I sent a message asking her, I don't know you. I don't think I know you. Have we met before? And then she just went through it. It's like, oh, someone new to Facebook and so on and so forth. So, okay, all right. So it's nice to meet you. But the first thing you should do is add your friends and family first. I'm like, you don't even know me yet. So just don't add strangers, add your friends and family. And then that's it. Okay, moving on, we have this live stream. But it was nice to meet you. Okay, HP, abbreviations. Nice to meet you. Moving on, live streams. Yeah, take care. Okay, but add your friends and family first, not random strangers. Moving on, live streams. So this is me setting up the events for Facebook Live. Most of them have been sort of ended over the past 2 weeks as I was trying to recover, so I just started some new ones. There's an online one as well as a in-person one, so I just had to start that up. Moving on, we have more digital stuff here. We're in segment 6. Segment 4 and 5 are done. Segment 6 here. So here's relationships. Oh no, it's segment 5. So thanks for the details, K, and so on and so forth. Yuzan announced a Sunday about 2 double upgrade bonus for associates, blah blah blah. So she's just sending me some messages here, and I'm responding very bottom. Thanks for the details. I will check up. Are you and N, her husband, available today? I can drop a thoughts. Moving on, we also have some notes here. So this is me reaching out to the employment. So I have a fantastic manager at the workplace. He's an amazing individual, TM. His family, his whole family is amazing. But he's the son here, and he just keeps trying to reach out to me. And I've been such a dick to him. I've been such an asshole. This is the main reason why I kept trying to tell myself to, I kept trying to convince my manager, you should just fire me. And now I think they realize why. But anyways, just a quick note, I haven't forgotten to set time to chat up. I'm just swamped at the moment. I just don't want to leave him ghost out on him. That's something that I tend to do. I tend to just withdraw from myself. So I'm trying to take initiative here and say, hey, listen, I haven't forgotten about you. I will get back to you. When would be a good time for you? And down here, JC having, was it you or JS who paid for the karaoke, asking on behalf of my brother as well. Okay, so some interactions here. Like I said, you see initials because privacy, confidentiality. Not gonna get into much detail, anything like that. No private details here are being shown for very obvious reasons. Okay, moving on, we want to get to the bonus that you just saw about the thing that was covered in terms of the message about, was it PC bonus, something like that. So here are some rules, and I think these are rules. Right, 1, 2, 3. So let's read one of these, like PC upgrade bonus available open to all associates. The sixth one, 70% of sales volume points will be rolled up on PC orders. So these are basically rules and regulations in a sense, or guidelines. So rules, FAQ, getting started, PC upgrade bonus. My business partner wanted me to check up on this, so I'm checking up on it right now. Here also obviously some TOC, terms and conditions. User assumes no responsibility for any error, omission, interruption, operation, transmission, blah blah blah, all that legal stuff. More stuff here. FAQ, frequently asked questions. How long is the PC upgrade bonus available? September 13, 2021 to blah blah blah. You can participate, right? Open to all associates residing in US, Canada, Australia, blah blah blah. Onwards. Here's another one. Here, they're running through examples as to how the PC bonus works. Laura's an associate who rolls new PCs. Sarah, September 15, 2021. Right, the point is they basically doubled up from 10% to 20%, so it's a great incentive. Moving on, good customers create amazing success. This is kind of their opening initial. So I'm not going to run through all this, obviously. That's basically just kind of synopsis of what I had to do yesterday in terms of business. So I covered what? Relationships, workplace, employment, business. We're going to start covering media assets, and we're going to cover photography and food soon. So how does the PC upgrade bonus work? So again, right here, just moving on now. All right, on to there's still some stuff here. See, so here's the link actually that I had to follow from the email sent to me. Obviously not in full detail, you can't see the full link, but over here I want to mention, of course, there was a message about me asking my cousin JC how much did it cost. So we went for one of our cousin's birthday, went to karaoke, and I said, pay $10, he says. So I basically transferred about $10, or what, 11.30, so about tax to him. On the left-hand panel, we also have, in addition, on top of the messages, some stuff having to do with had to do organization and digital assets for filing away some scanned documents. And what are the scanned documents? You see, get to know and invoice pack slips. So that's all of this kind of stuff right here. Receive these business products from my business partner yesterday. It's very clear to me I can't get through all this. We have 2 minutes left. But active nutrition, there's basically a booklet here. So active nutrition, right, build on your healthy habits to tackle short and long-term goals. It's an updated version of the get to know pamphlet or booklet. So weight management, it's not much of a booklet anymore. It's a huge one. It's like 30 pages now. Active, Nutrimeal Active, chocolate, the whole bio bar, all that kind of stuff. Yuzana in Chinese. This is unfortunately simplified. I prefer traditional, but it's okay. Mood and relaxation, pure rest. Here's another product. Here's another one. I scanned 1 and 2, but one's using without effects. The other one is using just regular photography. Over here we have the scan of the back, of course in Chinese, cover as well as the inside cover. It has to do with active nutrition, but we covered the English one as well too. So you see, who will you be with Yuzana? Active nutrition programs, jumpstart kit, transform kit, maintain kit. If you want to take a look at it, just pause it. All right, I'm not going to run through all this because obviously this is, I want to mention, this is also copyrighted stuff. So if you want to learn more, go to yuzanahealthsciences.com. Go to askthescientist.com, literally spelled like that. That's their webpage. That's our business webpage. So energy, watermelon hydration drinks, a lot of immunity, a lot of nutrition, biomedical research that I'm familiar with in my academic days. All right, so digestion, all that kind of stuff. Fibergy Active. So new products, new booklet, new pamphlet. That's basically what I scanned. That's why I took a scan of it, and then now I have to document this kind of stuff and put it over onto the laptop, which you see right in the backdrop, of course, right here, later on in the day, after this live stream ends. We have only about 5-10 minutes left. 25 seconds left. So quickly, here's the products. I took photographs of it. You see the bags, you see the book on the inside. The bags inside have the soap as well as sanitation products as well as nutritional products for me and my clients. And last but not least, we have some tuna here that I ate this morning. is basically classical items from a domestic garden. So I just want to say appreciation to my biological father and mother for this. I'm very proud of them. I'm in the live stream now. Tuna, black pepper, that kind of stuff, and proud of them for basically working through the challenges that they've had, anger management issues, and I want to appreciate them for the food. We'll continue this in the second live.